Okay, it's 7 o'clock, so I will call to order the regular monthly meeting of the Wilton Town Board for May 7th. And we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Julia, roll call, please.
Supervisor Johnson.
Here.
Deputy Supervisor Stryker.
Here.
Councilwoman Klepetar. Here. Councilman Lamb. Councilman McCaffrey.
Here. Okay, next up is a regular thing on the meeting is for the comment period. Kirk, is there anybody down there that's... Okay, Barbara Collins?
Yes.
Would you just come up here, please? It's only for Time Warner purposes.
Hello, everyone. I'm here again to discuss the fires in my neighborhood. About a week before it's legal time to be able to burn, and my neighbors have big piles stacked up already, so I don't know if there's a plan to push it up. We had an incident last weekend where a neighbor was burning, not in a pit, which is very dangerous. So I'm here a week ahead before the burning starts this year for the plan, and we'll also propose to start burning in the development, especially that for less than 2 months.
Burning regulations, and we'll make sure that they're complied with.
Okay. Also, I sent letters, I was here 2 times last year to discuss it, and I also want to not be smelling the smoke from my neighbor's fires and the damage to my house, and no one got back to me.
Okay. Well, if there are fires, please report them to, what's the...
I've already talked to the DEC about this and the forest ranger, and they are aware of it, and as soon as something happens, they will be notified.
What does that mean, when the neighborhood's on fire, or when there's a fire?
They don't comply with the rules.
They don't comply with the rules.
So are they going to extend it this year, and we haven't rained, or
DEC.
have tons of wood piled up ready to burn, which is a big concern, because we have so many trees and forests and dead trees and so forth, so see if there's a plan in place. Apparently there's not, but maybe somebody...
Well, I think there's no time, I mean, there's plans in place all the time. There's not a particular time frame.
There's no plan to extend it until, at least we haven't been notified. DEC makes some recommendations, not the town.
Well, when I spoke to DEC last year, we had also a very dry year. It's up to each town to fire marshal, whatever, to put no burn bans on, so.
If there's violations, we will enforce the town ordinances regarding burning. So if you see a violation, or you call, and we will respond.
As a fire department, we've been out on many calls, not just Deer Camp, but all over the town.
Right.
And when we get there, it's put it out, give them the rules, abide by them, because if we come back, we're coming back with DEC or forest ranger.
Unfortunately, we went over a little bit of news last year, but they're burning green wood and so forth, they have it piled up already, so, and according to town rules, they're not supposed to be doing that, but it's all piled up and everything.
Until they do it,
And if they light the match, call, first of all, you call 911 and
I do that.
we'll respond.
It's not working because they're listening to the scanners and then they have the fire very low and bring out the marshmallows, so it's very dangerous and it just came to.
well, there are ways that it's legal to, if you got a fire pit and all that stuff, so.
But, again, going round and round and nothing, still going on, so. But that's all.
Okay, thank you. Next item, we have the minutes pending from the April meeting. Is there a motion to approve
support the motion to approve the minutes.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions on the minutes? Recommended amendments? Okay, hearing none, all in favor of approving the minutes? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So moved. Coral Lane Road dedication. We got a letter from Mark Schachter's office today regarding the dedication. Ryan or Mark, you want to talk to that, speak to it? I know there are some conditions that are going to go with it.
Why don't I talk about the first two, and then maybe Ryan and I can jointly talk about the other. The first one's obvious. If you decide to accept, we always recommend that it be conditioned upon our review and approval of the transfer and title documents. The second one is we think that there's a requirement for Wilton Water and Sewer Authority approval. If you want to make that a condition of your acceptance of the road, you can do that as well. The third one has to do with the stormwater management area and the decision whether you want to include that in the acceptance or not. And do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, the stormwater management areas, we usually leave there, because this is the first phase of the subdivision, and we don't want to accept that area at this point. We can wait until the end of the project to do that.
See if it's working.
So it's put in right. Yeah. So I guess in that regard, the applicant's proposed acceptance of the stormwater area as well in the light of the town engineer's recommendation. We would support the idea of excluding that from the acceptance. And then the only other two, just for Crook, to make sure Crook's comfortable, as is Ryan, with the amount, $38,575. Town engineer's nodding, town highway superintendent is okay with him, and that's pretty much it.
Ryan and Kirk, you okay with the acceptance of the roads with the conditions out in the market is just laid out?
Correct. The only thing I'd like to note is the Wilton Water and Sewer Authority. I know Director of Wilton Water and Sewer Authority, Mike Mooney, did send a letter stating that he was in acceptance of, and approved. They have a letter to credit and all the documents they needed. So I don't know if you.
Oh, all right, we didn't see that, but if that's the case, you don't need that as a condition, that's fine. That's right.
Okay, someone want to put forward the motion to accept with the conditions that we just discussed?
And excluding the stormwater
And
management.
excluding the stormwater management areas.
I'll make the motion. I don't know if I can remember all that. With the exception, accepting the Crawl Lane Road, with the exception of the stormwater drainage issue that we just discussed, and also the, did you say National Grid? What was that? What was that item?
No, we just wanted to make sure it was understood that there is a National Grid, actually it's an Niagara Mohawk easement that runs, we think, along the road, and that's not presenting any problem that we're aware of. So no, the only conditions we proposed were conditioned on our approval of the title documents as town council, and we did suggest Wilton Water and Sewer Authority approval, but it sounds like that's been fulfilled.
Okay, so the motion is made by Councilman Clevetar, second by Councilman Lamb. Okay, any further discussion or questions? Okay, hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any committee reports?
I just have a comment on our comprehensive plan update. We have a public hearing on May 12th at 7 PM here at Town Hall.
This is Tuesday.
Yes,
It's a public hearing or a public hearing?
public hearing.
That's the comp plan committee's public hearing.
Okay.
Correct.
And what's the procedure from then? Then it'll come back to us eventually?
The committee makes a recommendation, and if / when you want to proceed, we have to have a town board public hearing as well.
Okay. It's kind of really an announcement, not a report, but the annual Elks Flag Day Parade is in June 13th. Invite all my fellow councilmen to participate. It's actually the 13th is my birthday, so I'll walk with the old guy. And also Kirk and the Highway Department is going to be entering one of our vehicles in a parade as well. So they kick off at noon on Upper Broadway, and it's always a great event. So I just want to remind you all of that. Next is the Comptroller's report, and Jeff, unfortunately, due to a death in the family, is not able to be here tonight, so, but it's not too extensive report. There is one budget amendment involving the traffic study. And that's,
The funds were supposed to be transferred from 2014 to 2015, and I don't believe they were transferred in the budget, so it was just amending the budget for that.
the total for that is $9,000. So I would need a motion, or someone to offer a motion to approve the budget amendment.
I'll put forth a motion to approve the budget amendment.
Second.
Okay, motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved. Under personnel, Assessor Kathy Austin has earned more than the allowed 2 weeks of comp time. The personnel policy only allows you to earn 2 weeks of comp time. Kathy has gone over that. So Jeff is requesting that her overage be paid out so that she's back to the 2 weeks maximum that she's allowed to accrue.
Who keeps track of the time? I don't understand that.
Or, well,
When they
Pat and Jeff.
sign out, or,
yeah, there's Chronos and...
so we have all the notes?
Yes, we do.
How does this happen?
Does she work a lot of Saturdays?
You know, typically, the assessment office is a busy time, is January, February, March, getting ready for the tax roll, and there are extra hours involved in doing that, and that's, from my understanding, that's where these hours came from.
So you have a record?
We do have, yeah, we don't pay out anything without records. Actually, Kathy's here, if you want to ask her any questions about it. She's in her office.
I just wanted to make sure we had a record before. Seems like an awful lot of comp time for 3 months, only 3 months into the year.
It is a lot, and it should be, for the rest of the year, there shouldn't be any, so.
This for 2015?
Yeah.
This was earned in 2015, yes. 'Cause you can't carry anything over from the prior, you can only carry, you can't carry everything over from 2014. It was very minimal, a couple of hours, I think.
Is this something that we would have to approve or disapprove tonight? Or is this something that we can do a little more investigative work on our own if we had?
I mean, if she's earned the comp time, which the records show, and just like we did Mark last month, you know, Mark, because of his position, earned comp time, you pay it out. You can't just...
I've been out with Mark a lot of times, going 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, so I know he earned it.
If you know, Kathy's here, if you want to ask her, you know, where it was approved.
I wouldn't know what questions to ask. It just seems like,
It's a matter of just, it's hours put in over and above the regular work week.
Yeah, we'll just look at the records after that. You say you've looked at them, and
Well, Jeff has.
somebody has.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's reviewed them. So we're making a motion to accept it upon somebody's review already.
Yeah, Jeff's review.
Okay.
Do you want to move to approve, John?
I'll put forth the motion to approve the comp time for Kathy.
Okay, is there a second?
Jeff did see it.
Pardon?
Jeff did see it.
Yes.
It's in his-
You know, Jeff.
I'll second it.
Jeff doesn't pay out anything that's warranted. Okay, we have a motion and second. Any other questions? And really, Kathy is here if you really...
Yeah, we can go get her.
I'm just looking at the report afterwards.
We'll look into it.
Okay.
It just, to me, it seemed like an awful lot of hours for, we're only 4 months into the year, it's just,
I don't disagree with that. But knowing that office and what a busy time is, I can see it happening, but... All right, there's a motion and a second on the table. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So moved. Dave Palesteros submitted his resignation effective April 9th. And the town board should accept his resignation.
Make a motion, accept it.
second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Kirk's going to, is requesting to attend Cornell Local Roads Program, sponsored by the New York State Association of Towns in Ithaca. It's May 31st to June 3rd. This is a program that Kirk goes to every year. Town policy requires any overnight travel to be approved by the town board. And Kirk also would like his per diem money upfront, which is not normally in the policy, but we have been doing that for Kirk in the past.
You ever think about maybe taking your foreman one or two for the future?
Nancy and I have been working on a program that the board members will soon get information on. I just got to do it quick because it can take a long conversation. What the Cornell Local Roads Program is for highway superintendents and DPW superintendents, period. That's all it's for. It's not like a training for a
That's good
fire
enough.
department or
That's
something.
good enough.
Nancy and I are going to put together a program which we do periodically with DA Collins, mine safety and all kinds of stuff. Her advice and my, information or whatever, it's advantageous for the town to do it in-house. So what we'll do is we'll put this together, and we've already contacted Milton Cat down at Caterpillar, New York. There happens to be a guy that does do that professionally, and he goes around to the area to do it. So we're getting our information together, and then periodically we'll do 3 or 4 guys, and that way there, every single individual will get some of the training that's not really required, but should help him do his job better.
Good.
And I think it'll save the town a lot of money in the future.
Oh, you know this board, we encourage training our employees. You can never get enough training, so whenever, but I know you have, work that needs to be done, and you can only allow certain people off at certain times,
Well, all
but...
the training that I get, I pass on, and we have documented AM meetings, okay, and information that I have. So we sit down at an AM meeting when I come back, and I tell my guys, primarily my foreman, but everybody's in on it, this is what we should do, this is how it's done, this is the experience I have, and I've been doing that for 25 plus years. My guys are fairly well educated, but they could use more, and I think it's advantageous for us to put this program together to satisfy some of your board members' concerns.
I make a motion, send Kirk.
Second.
The motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Next on Jeff's report is the disposition of town assets. Kirk is requesting to send some assets to auction, a 1989 Heister roller. I guess that's in a Cub Cadet 1978 tanker trailer. I guess to dispose of this requires town board approval.
I thought that Dakota wasn't safe. Did you fix it?
Yeah, we put a radiator and stuff on it.
Because I see now, you told it wasn't safe, I see it's all in the big trailer, so I hope it ain't a liability for the town. I hope it got fixed.
It's not a liability. The cemetery crew is using that now. It's a quad cab, and we're going to get rid of that in the fall sale. We took the worst out of the two, but then now, and the other one, actually two more in the fall.
But now it's safe, the truck.
It's inspected, and yes, we can use it out.
Good.
That's what you're asking. Is it rusted? Yes, it's rusted, but it's safe for the road.
Any other questions, Kurt?
A lot of miscellaneous stuff that we cleaned out of the sheds and whatever. There's a whole, old barricades, barrels, weed whackers from the cemetery that won't run no more. It's all that kind of junk stuff that we just got to get rid of, just taking up space.
Make a motion to get rid of the
I'll second it.
surplus property.
Motion and second. All in favor?
The 98 Chevy's going in that motion as well?
Which one? I don't see it. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't read over that far. The 1998 Chevy pickup's part of that.
Okay.
That pickup truck is the one that was in the park.
Yep.
It's got a rusted
All
frame.
right, so, see, John made the motion, so you're including the 98 pickup, John, right?
Yeah, all the
okay.
surplus. I seen it, I got, and I don't have my glasses on.
I mean, you look younger. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So moved. Number 5 is just informational. The independent auditors report for 2014 has been filed with the town clerk. I think Jeff reported previously there are no exceptions, everything was fine, and all the proper accounting is done. And,
Our town is in great shape.
Number 6, payroll services. This is something Jeff brought to us a while back, looking for our support to hire an outside payroll service. Not only for the payroll, but it'll help with reporting for New York State retirement and various other things, attendance, and different things. So Jeff is looking to get this program going. He needs a budget transfer for $8,000. That will take us through, I think the program will start in July, and the $8,000 will take us through the rest of the year, and I think he estimates that the annual cost for this will be around that number.
That's coming out of his salary?
No. I make a motion to do it.
I second it.
Spend the
Got a
money.
motion and a second. Okay. Any other discussion on that? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So moved. Last on here, solar energy. This was intended for me to sign a contract with, on the solar project for the landfill, and I think maybe you can explain that at the 11th hour, there's an issue with Solar City and the amount of credits that the state will now allow.
Right.
And it kind of changes the benefit.
How complicated, all these solar.
And there's also a complication putting it on the landfill. So,
The PPA rate changed, I'm just looking at the email here, received after 4 today, and from Solar City, and the PPA rate changed higher, would be, the options are, go to a higher unattractive rate or choose an alternative site. So we have to do a little more investigating on that.
so we're not going to take any action on that.
We'll do more research then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it because we dragged our feet, or you think it was something that was planned? They planned on,
Probably things change all the time.
Yeah, the NYSERDA rate, they were expecting a rate to go down, but it didn't.
it went up, okay.
So, the costs for installing it on a landfill were more expensive. Look into their rate. We'll have to look into it.
Okay, that's Jeff's report. Really, the last thing we have, and we have a assessment litigation proposal that we need to discuss in executive session. I would move to, need a motion to adjourn into executive session.
You had your time, take your chance. Go on, Kurt.
What's the matter, Ted?
Before you go into executive session, Jeff forgot to put on this report that we mailed to him, is I want to advertise to fill that vacant MEO position.
Yeah,
Just
that's,
want the board to know that.
okay, that's information, yeah, you have the right to do that, and,
Well, I know the funds are there, but, and we're going to try to get somebody from the town of Wilton, I hope.
well, thank you, Kurt, for letting us know that.
All right, I'll put forth a motion to go into executive session.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
We won't be very long, but there's, we probably will be a resolution, but, thank you for your patience, folks. We need a motion to come out of executive session.
I'll put forth a motion to come out of executive session.
Would someone like to second that?
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved. Okay, first item, I inadvertently, on the regular agenda, because it wasn't on the agenda, was to make an appointment of Charles A. Foger, F-O-E-H-S-E-R, the second, to the second alternate position on the zoning board of appeals.
I make a motion to appoint Charles.
Second.
A motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? So moved. Okay, and next, thing involves an assessment, a resolution to accept a settlement, or it actually really isn't a settlement, it's a court-ordered settlement, I guess, to a certiorari proceeding, and Councilwoman Klepetar will read the resolution on that.
Okay, I'm going to read the entire resolution. Whereas Goodhue Wilton Properties LLC and the town of Wilton are desirous of having certain assessment issues resolved as to property owned by Goodhue Wilton Properties LLC in the town of Wilton. And whereas a settlement proposal resolving pending tax certiorari litigation was recommended by Daniel G. Vincelet, trial counsel to the town of Wilton, and reviewed by the Wilton Town Board at its regular monthly meeting. And whereas such a proposed settlement would present the parties with an expeditious and economic alternative to further litigation so as to resolve issues between the parties. And whereas the town board has determined that the proposed settlement is in the best interests of the town now, therefore be it resolved that the town board does hereby accept a proposal settlement in which the 2013 and 2014 proceedings will be discontinued without change, and the assessed values for the year 2010 will be adjusted from $1,129,100 to $894,116.53, and the 2012 will be reduced from $880,600 to $870,600 for the subject properties as set forth in the attached table shall be set for the 2010 and 2012 assessment rolls, and refunds of excess taxes paid based on that revision shall be made. It is further resolved that the town board does hereby adopt this resolution to end the litigation between Goodhue Wilton Properties LLC and the town of Wilton as to the above referenced assessment.
Well done.
You need a minute to catch your breath? So we vote on
Second it.
Second?
We'll give you-
No,
You
yeah,
got it?
hopefully,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, you have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. So, there's no other business. A motion to approve would be welcome.
Fourth motion to adjourn?
A second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good night, everyone.
The man has a-